As always, I'm nervous. Okay.
Imagine us naked.
Yeah, yeah.
Not me,
You look German. I like. I like that. What the fuck was I gonna start with? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, we're getting my first blackout at the stage. Ah, fuck.
Talk about your dad.
Oh yeah. Sure. Thank you. Okay, so my set starts like this. Okay, so I wanted to say that stand-up comedy starts as something that you want to do for your friends at first. You think you're gonna say jokes, but then after some sets, you realize I'm gonna talk about something personal. You know, it starts to become this artistic thing where you just starting to really come forward as a move, a performance. So like in my first set, when I came up the stage, I said jokes and I made my friends laugh, and it was amazing. And the second set, I just realized I'm gonna talk about myself, and like, I'm gonna have this personal experience. Well, in this set, I'm gonna show you my balls. Okay, good. I know I made it because I'm gonna get the epileptic shock from the headlights. Like I can't wait for this. Yes. And so what I wanted to say is that I know, like, I don't know how many of you grew up in a small town or grew up in a suburb or a village or something. Do you have we have anyone here who grew up like less than 2,000? Oh, shit. Yeah, I was talking to Czech Republic. What do you expect? So like, you know that you lived in a small place because nobody talks about it when you wake up there. But when you grow up there. But when you go to a big city, you just start mentioning stuff and people look at you weird. Like, for example, you picture this. You go into a field, okay? And while you're crossing the field, you have a smell from the field. And it's a smell of shit. What do you think when you smell this? Cows? Well, you're thinking childhood. Yeah. That's nice. So I wanted to explain, like, because there's a gap between my generation and today's generation, where it's like now you have Tinder and all that stuff. You know, everything's really fast and everything. But when I grow up, like my generation had nothing. We had no internet. We had no computers. We had nothing. We just went home. No smartphones. Nothing. So when we went home, the only thing we could do is just watch. I love this joke. Yeah. The only thing you had was at 2 p.m. when you came from school, you had this 1 hour of cartoons. Okay, it didn't matter if you were 18 years old or like 16 years. That's the only thing you could do. Okay. And so when you came home, sometimes there were strikes, but on national television. So this was on national television. Okay. Strikes doesn't mean that they go on the streets. It means that they cut the broadcast and they play some classical music in the background, and they just write, "Sorry, we have a strike. We want more money." So we came home from school. Like me and my friends, we had nothing to do, so we were watching the screen. I have some friends who were like dancing to the classical music, and they recorded it, and they started doing like. So every time there was no cartoons, they were like, Macarena. Macarena. Okay. No, the story. Okay. So coming out from the village, like where I grew up or whatever, in the suburb, in a small town, I was 18 years old. I went to another city, and there was this girl from a big city, and she told me, I met her. I knew she lived with 2 other girls, and she told me, like, come over and we can play PlayStation. Now, I'm a dumbass. I don't know what that means, you know. So like when you're asking, are you 100% straight? I was like, well, now I know. Back then it was all game. Because like, oh, by the way, I'm straight. But the fuck was it saying? Yeah. Okay, so she invites me to play PlayStation. Okay. So I go there. I'm on my flip flops. I'm wearing shorts. I have a supermarket bag, and the PlayStation 2 is inside the bag. So I'm just sitting in the corner, and I'm like, where the fuck is she? What is going on? She's 20 minutes late, and at that time I realized this is a date. Like, this is a date. I'm in danger. But she had she had two flatmates. I said, this cannot be so bad, you know. So she's gonna come, gonna be like, hey girls. She comes over. Their flatmates are holding her like this, and then they just go. And the girl comes over, and she comes and she tries to kiss me, and I'm like, I avoid her like she kisses me here, and I'm like, where are your friends going? And she's like, oh, it's just the two of us tonight. I'm like, shit. So I grab her like this, we go home, I'm going in the house, I'm telling her, so where's the television? She's like, look around. Man, I'm looking at the apartment, there's just a mattress on the floor. I'm like, shit. So we go on the mattress, we stay there for 2 hours. I'm like avoiding, I'm like, what's your favorite game? And shit like that. She's like, have you ever had sex? I'm like, oh, I want to talk about games today. I don't really. And 2 hours later, her friend comes over and she's like, hey, how are you two doing? And then she's pissed, like the girl is pissed. She's like, what happened? She's like, nothing. And she was pissed we didn't have sex. I say nothing. I was pissed I didn't play PlayStation. Well, these girls lie to me. Unbelievable. We go to the kitchen, is the girl there and it's her flatmate there. I'm just sitting in there. Like the girl is like still pushing and she's like, you know my flatmate can like deep throat this banana? And like I'm looking like, what? The girl is like, oh, okay, it's time to go home. And the girls are like, no, you can sleep inside. It's okay, it's fine. I just go to the room and I'm saying, what the fuck am I gonna find inside there? Man, I found a TV. These motherfuckers lied to me. Second time in a row. Fast forward 4 years later, I'm in the army. Okay, I want to give you an explanation for the army. In the army, when you're alone and you want to have fun with yourself, there's only one place you can go, and that place is the toilets. Okay, when I say toilet, imagine army toilet. Okay, so the army toilet, to give you an idea, well, it smells like shit. So you can smell the shit from going outside of the toilet. So you can be there. So whenever you want to play with yourself, you go to the toilet, you discard the shit, but then it just, at some point, 6 months in the camp, it just hits you, and you smell shit, and you're like, I'm horny. So your brain is rewired. It knows animal shit is my childhood, and then human shit, I'm horny. And fast forward 10 years in the future, I am here, I'm downloading, I'm seeing all the people downloading Tinder. I'm like, it doesn't matter that I came from where I came and I've done what I've done. Oh, wait, what? And I don't have these experiences. I'm gonna download Tinder and Bumble, and I'm gonna get on, gonna get all the bitches. And I was like, it's gonna happen. Of course, it didn't happen. So I just download the Bumble and I match with this girl, and it's really interesting. Like, we're having this conversation about her PhD, and we're talking about philosophy and feminism, and it's really deep. And I really feel like I had a connection that day. And I just went to bed and I'm like, look, I will find someone. There is still a deep connection to be made, and that I can find something, any conversation like that. As soon as I close my eyes, I open my eyes like this and I say, oh my God, that's why I get no bitches. Yeah, that was the last joke. Okay, thank you very much.